All right, man. So I think I'll start first. I went on Discord, and it's a place where I post my show, and there's a guy that listens to it. And there was someone on there who said they could only listen to a few moments of my show, and said that I really sucked. And I made the mistake. This was my mistake of continuing the conversation with this person. Yeah, that was you. Okay. Well, if you want to put yourself out there, it was this person right here. Was he? Well, Buzzy woohoo. Well, there it is. And I want to say that that was my mistake because nothing is accomplished from these conversations. They believe in what they believe, and I believe what I believe, and it's just an opinion. And this person's opinion is such that if you disagree with them on certain subjects or you go about things a certain way, they're going to take it to another level. And it's like, to me, if I saw them on the street, I'd probably cross the street. Just I'm not at that place anymore. There was a time that I enjoyed conflict, and that was like even recently I kind of enjoyed it. But at this point in time, I don't enjoy any of that stuff. I don't enjoy people being hyperbolic or emotional or anything like that. And maybe they think I am, but that's not where I want to be either. Only thing that was accomplished was Brian was not listening and saying, "You're." I'm kind of like, okay, you say the only thing that was accomplished. You you basically told me that you basically told me that my show was shit and that nobody listens to me. And then you went mic drop, and I asked for specifics, and and you did not, you didn't necessarily. I didn't feel you gave me any. You know what? Both Scott and June all thought that you gave perfect specifics about why you don't like my show, and maybe not even like me personally. Well, you said what you do listen to, you suck. So you're not really giving me a chance, and you're not giving me any kind of due process. I don't feel she gave me any kind of due process. I don't feel any kind of due process was given. And then she just says, "Well, your show is shit," so she's not wrong. I mean, this is again. I mean, you think my show is shit? I guess. Now I do get about 39 listens, and I only get about 2 likes. So maybe those 39 listens are about maybe 20 seconds or 4 minutes of anything that I say or do. Well, look, I'm going to give you a chance to explain. Oh, you know. She says, "Well, I don't take opinions from racists. So Donning, okay. Well, she considers Donning a racist, okay. And I'm always kissing Donning's ass. All right. I don't feel I'm kissing anybody's ass. I mean, again, it's like I think that she's kind of a barbaric person, and like we'll get like she she will have a conversation, and if somebody expresses opinion she does not like, she will take it to another level, into a barbaric level. So and she said the floor is mine. Well, I was just bringing it up. I'm just saying for me, and I do this because it's kind of cathartic. But in all honesty, if I saw someone like that who said I sucked, and she, and then we have Donning saying, "What was that anti-white was a buzzy? I was just liking Brian's team and giving thumb. Well, he gave me thumbs up, so I kind of like that. I like it when people give me thumbs up. I wish I could see the thumbs down, but YouTube stopped doing that. My blood pressure is, I think, fine right now. I haven't checked it lately, but I do take my blood pressure medication and my diabetes medication. And yeah, I mean, look, if somebody, like I said, filled with hyperbole and and bluster, it's like, well, okay, I'm just gonna say, was the buzzy woohoo? You're completely right. You are completely right about me. I mean, everything you said, I suck, and I got a shitty show. Uh, I mean that's what you believe, and hey, man, I'm not here to convince you otherwise. I'm not here to tell you that I don't suck. I'm also probably fat and ugly, and I'm bald. You know, and I got diabetes, got high blood pressure, and I'm big, fat, and slow. So there you go. And, there it is. And we got Wilford Brimley wishing me, hey, 3M. But I wanted to put on a little bit of sad news. There's a YouTuber that I like, and his name is David Carroll. And although he went into a different direction, I always liked his demeanor and stuff. And I don't I don't feel okay. So okay, listen to what you want. Listen if you want to be in denial about the conversation. But we don't know each other, so let's make all these assumptions about who and how I am. I made comments on your I made comments on your show, not your and then all right. Not your personality or my looks. So, well, I guess I don't know, but you didn't give me details about like what you thought of my show. I mean, at least I thought so, and you were pretty harsh. And um, I've been around that before. Like someone who's hostile like that. It doesn't necessarily take a lot for them to go off. And look, I've been that way myself before, hot, and I have. I've gone off half cocked before, and that's not really the way that I want to be. I don't care to be that way. It's not my way. I don't care to get in a shouting match with someone or a yelling or a screaming match. It's like that's a waste of time, you know? She says, I'm not hostile. I went off because you were Why do I laugh? I'm sorry. You made me laugh. Uh, yeah, I did say you were acting like like when you said I'm dropping the mic and I'm done. And like Johnson, that's like a female. A lot of females I've been around, they just tell me off and won't let me discuss anything. And I kind of realized, you know, I used to like a woman would dump me, and I'd want my say and tell her what a good and decent person I was, and call her a couple of times, and boy, that was a true waste of time. I wish I had that time back, but I don't. Let's see here. I know you're going to go on about. Well, you know what? You did add some flavor to my show, and you are a flavorful person. You got some flavor, and you got a lot of spunk. And but like I said, I would be frightened because I think you would do somebody. I could see you knifing somebody, and I don't want it to be me. Um, Bitching and hating a show because you don't like it is sad and ugly. She has no room to speak. But look, I don't. You know what? Well, I don't think. Okay, she says I'm original. Well, look, in my 52 years, I'm a big movie fan. I've seen all kinds of types, uh, and I've seen your type of angry lady before. Ready to kick ass and cut noses off and all that stuff. Now, Mandy, you don't know that for sure. You don't know that. And if I was, I would be very happy. I'd be a very happy gay man. Uh, but I'm actually more of a solitary man. I like my own company. And that's what got me with David Carroll. He was a solitary man. The only thing I'm afraid with is being a solitary man. I didn't say you would cut my nose off, but you reminded me of a chick that would. Not that you would, but you remind me of a person that would be so angry she would just fly off the handle. Now I'm a racist and say, oh, I mean, I don't know where your proof is on that. And I'm a solitary man. Oh, see, that's me, Mandy being nice right now, saying that I just need hugs. But it's interesting, man. I'm kind of changing certain perspectives about myself. Like if someone insults me and like comes into a hostile point, I mean, like what really, uh, what really is the point of continuing a conversation with somebody? Because the next step is that they are possibly going to take it to a more level, a worse level, and it's just going to escalate. And I got to remember, like, where's this going? I had the kind of urge to defend myself when I felt insulted, you know, but it's a waste of time. All I said was about this show. So what does race have to do with it, dumbass? Well, you said more. I mean, like, look, I remember you said a lot more than that. And Brian Wilford Brimley fussed with Uncle Fester from Addams Family. Pretty original guy, if you ask me. Wilford Brimley actually was. I don't. I don't remember Wilford. You know, I'm gonna YouTube that. By the way, Wilford Brimley on the Addams Family. Oh, I'm still getting my like nasal passages. Are you want to be on the StreamYard? Okay. You know what? This is an open invitation. Hopefully, we can all be peaceful. Anyone can come on to the StreamYard here if they're willing to talk. Say your piece. Doesn't mean I'm going to agree with it. It just means I'm giving you a place to talk if you want to say something. Giving everyone a quiet time here. I'm going to be going to Betty Bye fairly soon, though. Angel, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm all right. There is, yeah, go
By
ahead.
the way, I wanted to add, I don't know if Wilford Brimley ever was on the Addams Family, but like with the diabetes thing, and like you do kind of have Uncle Fester's aesthetic. I mean, you kind of remind me of a mix of the two. That's
Well,
what I'm saying.
I don't know if that's a compliment because he wasn't that.
It is. I enjoy both of them. It is a compliment. Don't take it like a backhand. It is a compliment.
We're really into the dregs. She's talking about Granny. So, by the way, is it Angle or Angel?
Oh, the angle. It's Angel. I do the angle thing as a meme. You see, there's this meme that me and a bunch of friends have been spreading for a few years. A small little community made that I'm in. Well, I didn't make it, but like I'm in it. And it's like an inside joke about the lead singer of the Black Belt Brides. And it involves like him shitting down people's throats and things like that. It's and somehow here in the last year, somebody got on B and they posted this thing saying that Corey from Pawn Stars had died. And in typical meme fashion, they were like, "Oh, he's an angle now." And then over the summer, when this happened, I put my name on Discord as Angle as a joke because of it. That's where that's from.
Now, how have you been lately? Like, there's been a lot of drama and trauma in your life, and certain people have caused you trauma and drama.
Well, I've grown from it, and actually, all the things that they've put me through, I'm putting into my training. I have an MMA fight in April. Me and another trans woman.
That is amazing. Now, would you like to fight this one person who did those videos about you? Would you challenge him to an MMA fight?
Oh yeah, I'd whoop his ass.
Oh, well, you know what? If June is here, can you come on? There's going to be he's training for an MMA fight, and I'm not I don't believe in violence anymore, and you know I only listen to snippets of the things he said. I mainly listen to the things that he's said about me, and
Well, I'm kind of glad all this happened in reality. I used to be a lot thicker skinned. I will say edibles have helped me out greatly because I've gotten really, really sensitive since starting HRT. But edibles definitely fucking help, and getting lots of exercise and yoga has helped me greatly as well. I feel a lot of calmness and peace of mind from it. So, but it's going to happen with someone like me because I'm flashy and splashy. I've always kind of seen myself as the type of person out of the same mold as like people like Marilyn Manson and stuff. I'm somebody that's easy to point fingers at and make shit up about. So, really, in general, considering the type of person I am, and that in a lot of ways, I am a middle finger to the establishment and society as a whole in many ways. So, it's a given that I would be slandered, and a lot of people would talk shit about me. People see what's at face value, and then they don't read into things, and that's just an unfortunate reality about humanity. So I would say that what has happened to me is to be expected. There'll probably be someone who's going to say something fucking way worse that'll fucking actually hurt or some shit. This guy's stuff, it was nothing. I was just going through an emotional period.
All right. Well, donning armor, you're on. Now, Monday will be Martin Luther King Day. Donning, how are you going to celebrate Martin Luther King Day?
Well, certainly not the traditional fashion where you rape women. So, yeah, no, I'll probably skip that one. Thank you. Winter solstice was good for me.
There we go. Now, did you have anything to add? Because you want it to be added to the StreamYard. Did you have anything to make your comments or recommendations or anything like that known that you wanted to address?
Well, it sucks, but also it's a wonderful thing to be hated. They hate you enough to watch your show continuously and let you know just how much they despise you. Angela, who's this guy? It's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance. Brian, you're muted.
Oh, I'm muted. You know, I was bloviating and then I was muted. He is a person I've known for a while. He was known as Jimmy Lethal. Now he is everyone's favorite.
She.
Yeah.
But, I know. It's because you're used to me being a guy, but yeah.
But now
I get it.
He is trans, and he is actually fighting another trans woman fairly shortly. And look, I think people should live their lives the way they want. I have preference the way I want to live my life, and I've said before, I think I'm going to be primarily a solitary man. I like my solitude. I like people sometimes.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I've always wanted to live in, like, you ever seen Dragon Ball Z? You know that house that Master Roshi lives in, where it's like it's an island to itself on a fucking planet and shit. I've always kind of wanted to live in that type of deal, that hermit lifestyle. It seems comfy.
Hey, Donnie. Yeah, all right.
I'm sorry.
Donnie.
Angel and Brian, if somebody can answer this question, because I find it so confusing and perplexing. And I don't mean this to be an insult. I got nothing against trans people. Whatever you want to be, whatever. But is a trans woman a man that became a woman, or a trans woman is a woman that became a man? I can never figure this out.
Well, it depends on, well, it's like this. Sometimes a man's soul is put in a woman's body, and sometimes a woman's soul is put in a man's body. And in fact, in Native American societies, they used to hold people like me to they saw us as important, because it was a sign that we'd been on this earth before. Like, this ain't our first life and shit. It's a sign of reincarnation.
Okay, were you? Well, we did things differently in white cultures, but I think we actually tended to.
Oh, I know, I'm white too.
Yeah, we used to.
But you got to keep in mind, it's not alien to that either. Look up the story of Hermaphrodite, the child of Hermes and Aphrodite.
Okay. Are you intersexual, or you just have gender dysphoria?
I have gender dysphoria. I've felt this way for a long time, and it took me a long fucking time to face this about myself. It's
Hey,
something that's been there with me as a kid. And growing up in West Virginia, it's not exactly the most accepting place. I mean, I love this place to death, and I don't want to give off the impression of, that we're just backwoods rednecks or some bullshit, because it's nothing could be further from the truth. The people here are actually pretty down to earth,
no,
but it is not the most accepting area.
no, I'm not surprised, and it's a very controversial issue, especially in today's times.
You
Uh,
know,
I've got nothing against it. You know what I mean?
I personally blame politics and democracy as it creates this us versus them mentality. And, with any strive forward, there's always this pushback. And because, humanity as a whole, they cling on to these dead, antiquated ideas that, ultimately don't serve us anymore. There's a lot of different things. It's like a lot of people believe in communism now, and they don't realize how fucking destructive of a belief that is. They don't. They killed fucking millions of people. I go into fucking like, okay, well, there's this guy I've been fooling around with, and he's got some communist leanings, and I've tried to explain to him a billion times. I was like, dude, if we were in Soviet Russia, we'd be in the fucking gas chamber, shot or lynched. And I tried to fucking explain that shit to him, but he doesn't listen.
I have no issue people can do. I want everyone to be comfortable, even though I'm constantly called anti-white slurs on this program. And I've got nothing against gays, transgenders, LGBTQIAO. What else is there? There's also D and yeah, the alphabet people.
I like to say I'm so open-minded, I'm offensive. I sometimes talk with very colorful language when I'm not on programs like this, but I won't act that way here out of respect for Mr. Midnight Movie.
Now, Master of Rope is in my chat room, and he said yawn. I wonder if we can set up a fight between Master of Rope and Angel, like a real match, because there's a grudge match.
I'm down.
There's a grudge match. Is he down? Is Master of Rope? Is he down for a match? A mano? What do you? I don't know what you kind of was going to say mano but
mano a mano.
I think I want to be the first trans prize fighter.
I think you'd be late to the game. There has been trans fighters, but I have.
Yeah, that's true.
I have invited Junie on to see if he could. He's in there and into the real fighty. It's like I'm not interested in that kind of thing anymore. Being as old as I am, and I want people. I want people to talk out their differences, hopefully. And if they don't want to talk, I keep moving. I go, oh, they don't like my opinions, and they're really offended by them. So I should probably just move across the street. Walk across the street to the other place.
To be completely honest, Master of Rope might actually possibly have a chance against a tranny.
He might. But
no offense, Angel.
He has been invited. He has been invited to come on, and I'm going to. I think either Saturday or Sunday around 10 o'clock. I'm going to do a Martin Luther King show, and we will.
Oh my God! Why, Brian?
Just talk about like the modern, what's become of it, how things have changed, and how society has changed.
Please,
society can change.
Please do not ride the black train, if you will. And I have a dream that one day black babies and white babies will play with each other. Whatever the hell the speech was that he plagiarized. Please don't make it one of those. I mean, this is
Get rid of democracy and it'll happen. Plato was right.
Well, I don't want to get in. Wait, who was right?
Plato.
Oh, okay.
Are you into Greek philosophy at all, Mr. Midnight Movie?
I dabble in a little Plato and a little Aristotle.
I figured you did with your emphasis on Stoicism. I believe in that stuff too.
Yeah. And I'm a little bit older than you. There was a time when I don't think I was as emotional as you were, but there are times when I was younger, I would go off half cocked, like a maniac.
Well, it's funny about the. I've rewired myself this year pretty much.
Wait a minute.
So it was.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Stoic Calm show. We have Sly, also known as Junie. Junie, this man wants to challenge you to a grudge match.
Yeah, I'm down.
What do you say?
Just pathetic, Brian. Just pathetic.
Well, no.
May I, because I have the deepest voice here, just
Why are you passing out? Are you afraid you're going to get your ass kicked by a girl?
But because I have the deepest voice here on the panel right now, let me just take this opportunity to say, let's get ready to rumble. Go for it, guys.
You do have a beautiful, very, very white voice. It is quite nice.
Go. So you're calling him pathetic. Now, would you meet him in now, June? Would you meet him in the ring, mano-y-mano?
Yeah, this would be easy work, Brian. No real effort needed to take him down.
Like, what technique would you use on everyone?
Okay.
What technique would you use on everyone's favorite angel? How would you defeat him?
Yeah. What would you do?
Yes, go ahead.
How would I defeat him? It's quite easy. It's quite easy, Brian.
What technique would you use?
I'm not telling you that.
All right, Angel.
Exactly. You have no technique. You don't know nothing about fighting. You're just a little keyboard warrior. I bet you puss out.
Now, if you did meet in the ring, Angel, what technique would you use against Sly here, Junie?
I throw a few punches, get his ass in a headlock, and wail on him.
Sly, what do you have to say to that?
Just try.
Then you can make a new video about me. Promote me more, bitch.
Why am I laughing? This is so you know what? I thought I was going to be on by myself, and like I already had someone cuss me out, tell me what a piece of shit I am, and now we have the two people who are kind of arch enemies.
Oh, he's just an afterthought. Listen, with the HRT and all that shit, I've been through quite an emotional roller coaster. And in ways, I have acted childish and like a baby because, my shit was out of a whack and I was getting used to it. It's sort of like having your legs taken away and then being given new ones and then having to relearn how to walk again. Does that make sense to you? I guess that's the best analogy I could use, but it's like I have rewired myself physically. So it's been a learning curve. And there's a lot of ways that shit fucks with your brain a little bit.
Angel, by any chance, are you on hormone blockers?
Yeah, I am.
And you found that, well, I just want, because I'm curious, I don't know anything about this stuff. I've only heard about it from others, but you're not, do you have any negative side effects from those? I'm
over emotional as compared to how I used to be. I used to, my skin used to be like fucking iron, but now it's taken a lot of work emotionally. I'll put it that way, because it's like and it's funny. It's sort of like going back to my first year of being on Spreaker and me learning things during that time, because I'd never been in an environment like this before. And then all of a sudden I was, just thrown out there, and, I didn't know a whole lot about trolling and bullshit like that. at the time, but within a year, I got thick skin. I got on the fucking horse and I started kicking ass. Well,
Yeah,
I mean, it's pretty much the same now. History repeats itself.
the internet will definitely thicken your skin. That's for sure. So,
Yeah, well,
are you planning, or have you? And don't answer it if you don't want to. Um, the sexual transition surgery.
are you talking about the snip? You mean
Yes.
getting it cut off? No,
Yeah,
I'm not going to go that far. I've heard too many horror stories. I'm not going to go that far.
I
I don't want a
Then you're not a real.
gaping.
Then,
I don't want a
yeah, you're not
gaping,
real, then.
rotting.
You're not real.
I don't want. No, that doesn't make me not real.
Yeah, it
Okay.
does.
Nobody
get the surgery
in
done.
their right mind, if they get to where surgery's advanced enough to where they can give me a legitimate pussy and my shit'll function, then yeah, I'll do it. But until
just a
science
bullshit
advances that
excuse.
much,
That's a bullshit excuse.
oh fuck you, dude. You
No.
don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like.
Listen.
Can I mute him?
Well, no, I want to. Well, because now can I just, since you're both here, Angel, do you mind if I delve a little deeper on why Sly has had a problem with you, Angel, or is that okay, or do you don't want it to go there?
I don't really give a fuck why this guy has a problem with me. He's an afterthought.
But can
Dude,
he?
he's a gay incel sitting there whining over trannies, probably because his man got fucking stolen by one. So, that's basically this guy's whole fucking backstory. He's an incel.
Sly, do you have any comment on that?
Oh, no. This guy's a fake tranny. He's not
Because
really
I'm
trans.
accurate, you are an incel.
Would you
You can say fake all you want. These titties are real, honey.
I doubt you got the titty surgery.
This is
I haven't got surgery. They're coming in naturally, dumbass. I'm on HRT.
this is actually fascinating for me personally, because I have noticed that there is a divide between transsexuals and homosexuals, and of course between straight people. But I'm not one of those types of straight people. I think everybody do what you want to do. The snipping, that well,
Yeah,
it's beyond
I've
me.
heard.
I couldn't really understand doing something like that. I still have my foreskin, and I'm very grateful.
I am. Yeah, I've heard some horror stories. I have quite a few friends that are also trans. Actually, if you're in my little edgy, somewhat offensive holiday server, you'll see that all the mods they're trans like me. It's a very trans feminist server, to
So,
say the least.
what is the divide between transsexuals and lesbians, or homosexuals in general? Can you guys?
Lesbians don't consider
a
them
lot of
real
this,
either.
it's because of politics and shit weighing in on things. Democracy has always created this us versus them mentality, and most of the time it results in half the population holding half of the rest of the population down. That's ultimately what it comes down to, which is why I firmly agree with Plato. I do not believe in democracy. I don't believe idiots and religious zealots and things like that should be able to weigh in on something that affects everyone as a whole. So I do not believe in democracy.
Nor am I a believer in, well, religion in general. I am an atheist pagan. That's how I describe myself. But I'm not a universalist. I kind of let
I'm
people
pagan as well.
Oh no! Stay away from my girl, Sly pervert. No, in all seriousness, it's interesting to me that we're being divided in so many ways, and I've often said that
Oh yeah.
if you politicize an issue, you can guarantee that nothing will get done. It does seem to divide, and I mean, take your pick. If it's global warming, climate change, if it's left versus right, if it's abortion versus Christianity, or whatever it is, it always seems to just stop any kind of progress in any topic. And I'm very interested. I don't know much about LGBTQIDP people. I think that's what it is. Demisexuals and pansexuals now. I don't understand why everybody has to have their own label.
Well, the problem is it's spiraled out of control, and the unfortunate thing about starting any organization or group for the advancement of certain people is political powers and bullshit and corruption will come in. It's just like okay, like if you look at PETA or Black Lives Matter, on the surface, on paper, it looks good. But then you look into their actual actions. Black Lives Matter has killed black children. And if you are a reptile owner, PETA hates you. They have an extreme hatred of reptiles. And it's the same thing with them. It's only whoever appeals to our message and conforms to our politics and all that bullshit. It's a circle jerk, basically. It's not real. It claims to be one thing while doing another. It's just a government money making scheme.
I want to bring in a person that I've heard around the internet, Granny Fanny. Granny Fanny. Anything to add?
Well, how's she been heard around the internet? She doesn't talk.
Yeah,
But
I thought she was going to talk.
Angel, I'm sorry I'm leaving you because I like those older women.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Well, I mean, we're certainly, I don't know, kind of we're heading into spaces I never thought I would kind of bring myself into, and this is not necessarily my my cup of tea. But you know, I guess we're taking it to a different level, and this is not something that I have preference for, but it is what it is.
Well, I did try to broach the issue because for me, an outside, straight white man, I typically speak of issues concerning race and not sexuality or gender. I just wanted to get Sly and Angel to kind of give me their opinions and their take on the matter. It seems that Sly suggested that if you don't, as Angel suggested, get the snip. I guess that's the lingo. That you're not a real transsexual. You don't have gender. Excuse me.
Sly is completely wrong. It's about gender. Gender and sexuality are two separate issues.
It has more to do with identity than sex.
Okay. I'm so sorry, Brian, but I have to ask the question. It fascinates me. And I got nothing against either of you guys. I want the best for both of you. Can you turn a woman? Can you give her a man appendage? You know what I mean?
The answer is yes.
Okay. Well, I have some homework.
Yeah, there was actually a famous actress that transitioned from being a woman to being a man here recently.
And they were able to give her a male appendage?
Yes.
Wow. I'm wow. Okay. I don't know how anybody does not find this stuff fascinating. I don't know how it works. It's medical science. It's incredible.
I'm just interested in hearing from Granny Fanny. Is Granny Fanny interested in saying anything right now? Oh God! Well, if you're gonna start sneezing up. Put yourself on mute.
Sorry about that. I just coughed. It's
Yeah.
fine. I smoke a lot. You know that about me.
Yeah, that's one of the things I do not do. Jeez Louise, we're going to the dregs here.
No, we're not going to the drift.
No, I'm
Brian,
looking at the chat board and it's dreggy poo.
okay. I
Just
can't
don't
see
look
that.
at it. It's a car wreck, a cesspool, a, a latrine.
All right. We Stoic Calm here, guys. Okay.
Granny Fanny. My name's Donning Armour, and I'm a race realist and an advocate for white people. Is there anything that you would like to add, or anything that you would like to say? You've been rather. Hake says a snake pit. Hake, you're the snake, brother.
Could I be a snake charmer? It is kind of a snake pit. Transsexuals and gays.
Transgender.
Oh, transgender. There we
Yeah,
go.
this place is starting to look like my new home over at Monkey Business.
Oh my heavens.
I wonder
So what's the point in talking about transgender on your show tonight?
Well, I brought. Well, actually, Angel came in. I was going to bring. Someone had. I'm getting a private chat here.
Oh, I mean, I don't think they've been around very many trans people, and I'm like kind of their window into that world. So, I mean, I guess that's why that I show up. These questions are asked.
Yeah, no, I mean no disrespect. Like I said, I have no problems against really anyone as long as they're not cruel to the vulnerable, the victimized. And I've got no problem against you. You have gender dysphoria, and there's, that's fine. Do what you need to do to make yourself feel good. I'm cool with it, man. I'm cool with Sly, even though he hates me, and I got nothing against gays. Hake, he's a Christian. I got nothing against them either. Brian, I don't know what he is, but I got nothing against him either.
Yeah. Well, I don't have anything against anybody, but I certainly. And Manny thinks that I'm encouraging suicide. Just Manny, go away with that nonsense.
Absolutely. And look in the mirror, honey.
Okay, my
Well,
God.
it's real.
Brian's
You know-
show does actually encourage suicide. Every time I watch it, I want to kill myself.
Brian does
Oh,
not
you poor
condone
thing.
any type of suicidal ideation.
I also disavow that kind of cockamamie talk. Just a bunch of cockamamie nonsense.
No.
I think after my MLK show, I'm going to.
Sly, you should hit me up on Discord. I could add you to some servers so you wouldn't be so lonely anymore.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't want to. I'm good.
Did you hear about Trump? It looks like there will be charges in Georgia.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Charges against Trump? What did he do
Yeah.
in Georgia?
Where do you start? The voting, I need 11,000. I forget how many numbers of votes that he needed to win Georgia. And he called was it the Attorney General? Hold on. Let me find out who he exactly called.
Why are you saying this stuff, Mandy? I even put it up there. I don't know why I did that.
The poor and the
Hi, Mandy.
mentally disabled are always with us.
Sly.
I can't see the chat, so I don't know what's going on, but
That's better that you don't.
I can't see the chat either.
I really don't mind.
But
Well,
It's fine.
I'm disavowing. I want to say that I disavow any talk of suicide. If you are, there are helplines out there. If you're feeling that way, and if my show is causing you to do that, turn it off. Turn it off.
There,
I
there,
don't want
look,
Well said.
look, Brian. It was a sarcastic comment. I know that you have to disavow. Nobody here condones anyone harming themselves or harming others. That is absolutely the case. You never have. Sly seems to be a glutton for punishment. That must be why he watches every single show that you put on and complains about it.
He's a naughty little boy, and he likes to be spanked.
Donning, Sly, do you have anything to say on your defense?
Just end your show already. It's a shit show already. Just end it already. God.
Say I'm a naughty little boy, and I like to be spanked.
Well, he just went away, and I was waiting for Joey to come on, and this show has gone to the dregs, and I apologize for anyone listening to this. This is probably, if the thumbs down were shown, I'd probably get many thumbs down.
Nonsense. And please do show the show. Nobody said anything that's reprehensible on this show. We're just kind of in good humor, bantering with one another. I have love for all people. Brian has love for all people.
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
I love and I try to understand everybody. I have my feelings too.
Yeah, so there's no reason to take this show down. Stop doing that. I took all of my shows down, and well, they're not shows; they were just monologues. But to be honest with you, part of me does regret it. I didn't think that I said anything that was terribly offensive, but I guess in today's day and age, you just really never know. I mean, they can just cancel you. Did you guys hear that Colin Flaherty passed away? That's a terrible segue.
What? No.
I didn't know that.
No, you better talk right now.
Yeah, Colin Flaherty, he died, if it wasn't yesterday, it was the day before.
Did you verify this? I mean, is this just some type of, maybe someone's pulling the wool over your eyes? I mean, this can't be real.
It's real. He was struggling with ailments for quite some time.
He had cancer for a while.
Yes, I think he passed. I've checked it out. I've done a little search, and several sources are saying that, yeah, he's gone. So rest in peace, even though I'm an atheist. Rest in peace, Colin. He was a
nice guy. He was a really nice guy.
I
liked his books.
Yeah, I had Colin Flaherty on my show, as a matter of fact.
Dude, how do you do that kind of stuff? Will you be on my show?
Sure, you invite me, I'll be on there.
How do I make a show?
You've made shows before. Just put it on there and invite me.
I thought that you needed like 1,000 YouTube subscribers to make a show.
No, you've had a show, Donnie, so you can make a show.
All right. Well, you are cordially invited. You will be my first guest.
That'll be great.
Are you going to do a tribute show to Colin, Brian?
I might do that, yeah.
I must say, I'm really heartbroken right now. I can't. And he was so kind. I mean, Colin would go on to a number of different shows.
Yeah, he was a funny dude. I remember his Comedy Central stuff.
Really?
Okay, he was not on any of that.
No, yeah, he was a very brave man, a brave journalist, and he will be missed. He taught me a lot of things as I was realizing that we do have some very serious racial issues going on in this world. And it's an awful tragedy. It's a loss to all of us.
He was an award-winning journalist. I mean, he was remarkable and brave, insightful, and groundbreaking. And more people should read his books.
Yeah, Colin Flaherty, by the way, he spoke hard truths, and there are some people that are not ready for those hard truths. And the thing is, if you're not ready for hard truths, if people aren't ready for a hard truth, and that's what Hake taught me, keep walking. The other, keep walking. Don't discuss it with them. Just keep walking and keep the conversation cordial. If a person gets hostile with you, just keep it moving. You don't have to. It doesn't do any good to get into an argument. If they either want to discuss things with you or they don't. And if they don't want to discuss things with you, then it's better for them, not to. We got Granny. Yes.
Brian, there's something I've kind of wanted to talk to you about, and I know how you're all about self-improvement and stuff. Have you ever looked into yoga?
Yeah, I'm not that flexible though. I used to lift weights.
Start with some beginner stuff, but even just that, you'll feel a huge difference. You'll feel a lot better physically and mentally. It's done wonders for me. I'll put it that way.
We're currently mourning the loss of a great journalist, somebody that wasn't given the recognition and admiration that he was deserved. In fact, he was a white man that reported simple truths, simple stories of interracial crime, and he was removed from the internet. But yeah, we can just segue into yoga, Angel. Come on.
So sorry.
You know what? And I'll end it on that because I don't think Joey's going to show up. But yeah, Colin Flaherty.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that to be like disrespectful.
It's okay. But Colin, I wish you'd have texted that to me, Political Woodstock, because that would have changed my show. And I knew that Colin Flaherty had cancer, and he was an absolute truth teller, and he was given no due process when he was kicked off of YouTube. And there are plenty of people that have shows that illustrate their grievances. But I guess if you are a white person of European descent, you're not allowed to do that, I guess, nowadays. So they gave no reason. They gave no due process. And I'm going to end it there. Look up, Colin Flaherty's two main books, White Girl Bleed a Lot, about black on white racial hostility, and Don't Make the Blackheads Angry.
That's a really good one.
That book
goes
into the political aspects of the denial, deceit, and delusion of our establishment. Anyway, I'm going to go around the room and get everyone their last words before I end this show. This went on a little bit longer than I thought. Everyone's favorite Angel, what do you say?
Like and subscribe, everyone. Be good to each other and party on, dude.
Thank you for that. Political Woodstock, anything to say?
Well, I'm greatly saddened by Colin's untimely death. I'm really going to look it up. I don't really believe it yet. I just don't believe it. This is a shot. I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, because that could be completely wrong. But you know what? I'm looking on Twitter.
I hope it's wrong. And if it's wrong, then invite him on your show. Wow.
Let me see here.
But I think we have quite a bit to look forward to in the next week to 2 weeks.
Yeah, Rip, you know what?
Considering the January 6th.
Rip Colin Flaherty.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so I think he has passed on.
Oh, damn.
And that might be.
It is unfortunate.
Yeah, and he was a truth teller in my opinion. And he actually changed his views. He got a little bit more hostile when the establishment was backing him. Donning Armor, you have anything to say before I end the show?
I send my condolences to those that knew him closely, and much love to his family. And there's nothing really to say. It was a great loss. He was a truth teller. He was just a journalist. All he did was report facts. And unfortunately, if you're a white person in today's world, just speaking facts will get you into it will get the establishment to try to erase you. And I think that's something that more people should be talking about rather than when they want to party or
Donning, are you familiar with a gentleman, and then this will be off topic, are you familiar with a British gentleman by the name of Tommy Robinson?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, again,
he's a Jew.
He is.
Yes.
I didn't. Yeah, I think his real name is Lennon. So there was a guy named Roy Masters.
Yeah, that's some sus shit.
Okay, geez, Louise. All right, guys.
Roy Masters. Are you going to talk about?
No. I was going to mention.
I'm just saying. Look, okay. Tommy Robinson did really quick, and I'll let it go. I'm so sorry, Brian.
Okay.
But Tommy Robinson made his claim to fame off of being one of the true people, brave people, to have spoken out about. It wasn't the Rotherham scandal of Muslim largely Pakistanis, raping young white girls. I cannot remember. It starts with an L. Which county or where he was from?
Luton County. I think it was
Luton. Yes. Thank you. And he raised an enormous amount of money. He also went to prison several times, which could have put his life in danger. For that, I respect the man. But when it came down to it, he created a movie, and he spent a lot of money doing it. And he created a movie about a Jewish man that had to leave the United Kingdom to go live in France because he felt in fear of his life. Now, I think that he raised that money off of the backs of young white girls. He should have made a movie about that disgusting incident that went on for about 10 years. Young white British women, ladies, kids in some instances, tortured, raped. I believe one of them was killed, as well as her family. And then he makes a movie. I think what was the name of his movie? It was something like, I don't know, Zion, or I can't remember the name, but it doesn't matter. I thought that was kind of a betrayal, and he is in complete support of immigration, and this is just going to happen more and more. I thought that was a betrayal. I don't really care for Tommy Robinson. I give him respect where respect is due, and criticism where criticism is due, and harsh criticism as well. And I apologize for going on so long.
Hey, no problem, Donnie. Just getting your perspective, and yeah, I mean, again, it's different perspective on that, and yeah, I might do like Saturday early morning. I might do a Colin Flaherty show, and just talk about the man that I knew of and the books that he wrote. He certainly was eye-opening. I had known this kind of thing had happened before, but this was a man who had absolutely documented the behavior. And to me, it's the absolute truth. And this is the way it is. And there are some people right now in this moment who cannot handle hard truths. And if they don't want to discuss the issue, best to keep walking, because they're not going to, and sometimes they may get even violent against you. Anyway, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Also visit our Rumble page and visit our other page. Oh, and leave a comment down below. If you don't like what I say and you don't like what I do, that's fine. Anyway,
like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Thank you all for listening.